It's here. And only after like a week or something, I'm gonna open that shit right now. So, why theory sabers? Well, we can start at the beginning. I've been a Star Wars fan for ever since I can remember, actually. Ever since those there was like these I don't know what they're called, but they're like under your TV, and you can like save programs on it, like shows or something, like, and repeat them all over. And there was a Star Wars A New Hope was on there one day, and I was like, I don't know, like 4, and I just like managed to put it on. Maybe my mother helped me, but I don't remember. But it was ever since I saw that movie. Episode 2 was the first one that I saw in the theaters, in a very small cinema. My uncle was there too, by well, not accident, but coincidence, and my cousins too. It was awesome. That just my childhood was Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and prominently Star Wars. And well, as a kid, as you do, or as you do, as your parents do, of course, you don't have any money as a child. At least I didn't. They buy you these plastic toys, right? Those Sabers. Back then, maybe, yeah, of course you guys know what I mean. It's like these, where like the saber looks out of the hilt for like 30 centimeters or something, and then you can like flick them, and it just shoots out. And maybe if you're lucky, you had like a little light effector in there. They were okay to do, right? They were fine. They were quite sturdy, but they were not perfect. I was a weird kid, man. Like, every time I saw one of these, I was like, nah, that doesn't look like a lightsaber. Like, a lightsaber doesn't have like this at the hilt, right? Like half the saber doesn't fucking look out. It doesn't look real. I don't like it. Until a few years ago, I had like 2 of these, and the rest was a fair bit smaller ones. And good day, cow. How you doing? I like you. Are you good? You wanna come here? You don't? I don't think she wants to be petted. Goodbye, cow. I love you. She looks so nice. Okay, where was I? I got those little ones, which the blade like was in the hilt completely, and you can also flick it out. And they were hard, and they were cool. Came in different colors. There was Obi-Wan's from episode 1. There was Anakin's graphics, of course. There was I think that was it, actually. I think those 2 were made. And I had a lot of these. Like, I'm talking a lot of these, because I wanted every color with every hilt. And yeah, I don't know why my parents bought me these, because I always used 2 of these. Of course I did. Obi-Wan's and Anakin's in blue, as they are in the movies. And those were my favorites. And when I noticed, I don't know when it was like a good few years ago, when those props, I'm gonna call them those replicas, came on, basically. I was like, I need one of those. I really do. With these white blades that you screw in, and they had like a little bit of light back then. Not very nice, but it was all right, huh? and they were fucking expensive. They were like expensive as I can't just buy these. Like I just can't. That's too much money to spend on one little thing, money that I don't have, and I didn't do it. But I followed a lot of people that actually had the money or was sent these Sabers to review them, so other people wouldn't have to spend the money on stuff they ultimately didn't like. And for example, one that has vanished from the face of the earth, Shamim, the guy who was my favorite about Saber reviewing, and I think he did also do custom jobs and stuff, but someday he just was gone from YouTube. All his videos, all his legacy basically was just gone, which was sad. But there were others, and I followed these, and I observed how they got better and better and better over the years. And for example, Ultra Sabers and SaberForge, Ultra Sabers and SaberForge were the two prominent ones that I checked regularly to see what they had in stock, if I could afford any of it, which basically never was the case. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I followed these and I observed if I can spend money on those, but they were expensive. They were like the ones that I really wanted. That was a lizard. That was a lizard. It's always up there with like $400 or like $450, maybe $350. That's just money back then, at least, I couldn't just spend on a. Well, I'm hesitant to call it a toy because I don't really think it's a toy. It's like a collectible. Let's call it a collectible. I couldn't just spend that kind of money on a collectible. But now I could. And SaberForge, for example, had always had very mixed reviews. Some were like, "Oh, it's horrible. Everything's bad. The edges are so sharp, and you can't really spin it, and blah. And the light is horrible, and all that stuff. Like the soundboard is shit or whatever." Others were saying like, "This is the greatest stuff I've ever bought in my entire life." The wish never went away. Of course not. Even though I couldn't afford it back then, I still wanted it. And then I saw that this guy, Star Wars Theory, that I've been following ever since his video about Snoke, just like in the very beginning. I don't know how many followers he had on YouTube, but I must have been one of the firsts. Like, was it like 3,000 or something? It was, compared to what he has now at the number, was very, very low. Ever since I've been following, and the guy gets Star Wars. I may not always agree with him about Star Wars, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all, because I know that he gets it. And I think he cares about his following and his fans. And when I saw that he started this company, Theory Sabers, I was like, I think now is the time. Now's the time. Now I'm in a job where I earn a little bit of money, and I can actually spend it. And I can spend this kind of money on a Saber. I'm not talking about 500. I still got like the Ghost Flame, which is, I think ultimately was like 220 for me, with the Rebel code there. Like I think it was like 10% off or something. But I did it because I was like, okay, Now's the time. This guy knows it. And what I expected was quality. I expected good support, like customer support. And that was actually everything I wanted. And that's everything I got. Either way, I'm in Germany, in Berlin right now. The package arrived in, I think, like 6 days, which never happened to me. Like everything from overseas, it just takes like 2 weeks at least. This one not. It was like 6, maybe 7 days. It was awesome. Oh, this is the way. Oh, let's chill a bit here. This is nice. Oh, yeah, I should chill here. What the hell is he doing? I'm just gonna chill here for a second. Ever since back then, I think it must be like 14, 15 years ago or something. On YouTube, these, I guess many of you must know it. It's, what was it called? Ryan versus Dogman, because those videos looked absolutely phenomenal back then. It was, and still, actually, I regularly watch them like every 2 to 3 months. Yeah, back then, I was like, where the hell did they get these hilts? Where did they get these lightsaber hilts? I don't know. And I had no chance of figuring out where they got it from. And I was pissed because I wanted that. I wanted that even without the blade. I just wanted the hilt with like a stick on it. That would have been my dream. And right now, my dream has been fulfilled by Mr. Theory. Because that lightsaber, even though it is not a replica of my favorite ones, like I would love to have a Graflex, or even better, Qui-Gon, which is my absolute favorite Jedi in the history of Star Wars. I would love it, even though the hilt is nothing, like visually not very spectacular or special, but it has a meaning for me because I watched episode 1 so many times when I was a child. Yeah, even though I got the Ghost Flame, which is very nice, I'm very stoked about it. Still, it's not a Qui-Gon because it was like $450 or $490 or something on the website. And before I spend money in that kind of range, I want to make sure what I'm buying is quality. And I know that now, so I can start saving up, and maybe I can fulfill my dream of having a Qui-Gon Jinn replica lightsaber on my wall one day. And I'm very happy. I can't explain how happy I am that this guy, Theory, he makes it possible for people that don't just have money lying around to fulfill their childhood wishes, like their dreams. Because while somebody won't have $500 laying around, there's a good chance people have like $200 around. And I think you can go even lower. I saw like one that I will buy 100% because I love lightsaber spinning. I think it's even called the Spinner on his website. He's back. Let's look at it. I think that's my time. I think I can go now. I'm just gonna wait until he's gone and I can talk. As I said, I think you can go even lower than $200. I think the Spinner, which is, well, given a very blank hilt, you can buy that at, I think it was $140 or something, and that's just a dream come true. All right, it is here. Theory Sabers. That arrived way earlier than I thought it would. 6 or 7 days. That's insane. Every time I order from overseas, that is at least 2 weeks off from me seeing that package anywhere near Germany. Not this time. It is here. It felt like a week. I could check, but I don't care because it was very fast. And that was very good. Because I am stoked for this. That's what it looks like. Of course, it's reversed. Maybe I can like turn it around or something. But it arrives in a package that is very high quality. I'm not an expert on paper or carton, whatever, but it seems high quality to me. I'm not going to throw this away because I don't even know why I'm not putting the Saber in there, but I just like having it around. That makes sense. Let's have a look inside. You open it. Whoop. I already opened it and I screwed it all together and I did all the stuff with it and I experimented with it and everything. What we have here is the inside of the box. We have a toolkit. The hilt arrives in one of these beauties. It feels like velvet. The print on it is quite beautiful if you ask me. Back then I could read all of this, but now I'm more into Elvish, to Tengwar. So this goes in here. That was the hilt. The blade was separate right here. Right here. There's some little screws in it. There's 2 left. 3's in there in the Saber right now. For the blade, there was what was it called? A tool, of which the name I have forgotten. It was like a name or something. Wait, an Allen key. An Allen key? Is that an Allen key? In Germany, we call it an Inbusschlüssel, which I didn't know that it wasn't called that in English. So I googled that. There is a blade plug also there, which you can put in there if you have it on display without the blade, for example. I always have it with the blade because I just like to turn it on in the evening when it's like all dark and stuff, and it's just a very nice source of light, and it reminds me that I finally have one of these. The display stand. Let me get that for you. The display stand arrives in different pieces. Display stand. It is a little dirty now, but that is none of Theory Saber's fault. It is my fault. It is very see-through. It is clean. You have these, which you just pop in here. Very easy. And a plate that just snugly fits in there. It says Theory Sabers. Again, maybe I can do the thing so you can read it, but it says Theory Sabers. It is a very nice stand for it. Because I was wondering, because I saw on the website you can buy these extra, and I was wondering if one would come with my order, and it did, and I was very happy about that because I would have had no idea where to put this. There's stickers too. I have one here. The other should be lying around here. Maybe it's on my couch or something. It again says Theory Sabers. I just love when people just like put little stuff in there just because it is quite expensive. So like little extras is always welcome. There's a guide about charging the thing, turning it on, and changing color, sounds, fonts, and whatever. All the stuff you kind of need, but all the stuff that you can also gather from his YouTube videos, I think. Or is it YouTube? Like on the website, theorysabers.com, you can absolutely watch videos about this guide. Let's look at the Saber. All right, the Saber right here. Let's have a look at that. Just look at that beauty. It is not a very special hilt, but I think it is one of the more beautiful ones. It's a one-button machine, basically. I just gather there's hilts with 2 buttons. I don't know about that, but I got one with 1. And a lot of it is like controlled with a motion sensor, I would call it. For example, changing the color of the blade with different fonts is like a combination of pushing and holding it like downwards and twisting and everything like that. You have to figure it out, or Google it, or gather from the videos. The blade is a 36-inch, which is, in retrospect now, a little bit too long. I should have gone with the 32, but I gathered since this hilt is built for the blade to go quite a bit into the hilt, I figured that the 36-inch blade would be the way to go. It is still, like, even with this bit that goes quite far in there, it is still a little long, but I have no problem with that. Absolutely not, because it is beautiful. I have it on my favorite font right now, which is the Cal font. Let's just listen to it. Can't swing it fully here in my little room, but it is damn near perfect. On camera, it is absolutely flawless. I had very high and unrealistic expectations for what it would look like in real life. It doesn't look as movie-like as on camera, but I don't give a damn about that, because it still is absolutely amazing. The sound, the motion sensor in it, I don't know how it works, but it is very smooth. You can turn it on and off by motion control. And what I just figured out yesterday, I got this thing, I think like 3 days ago. There's music in it. And it really does something for the experience with it. I'm not even kidding. If I turn this music on, which is beautiful, I think it is this Samuel Kim? I don't know, but it's beautiful music. I think it is from Star Wars Theory. He hired a guy. It's beautiful music. Yeah, you double tap it and then it starts music. My absolute favorite color is, of course, green. I have had a little complications with changing the color. It is a little weird when you're choosing the color because you choose by rotating it, kind of. And maybe it's just me. I find it very hard to find the tone or the color that I really want. Like, I have it on green, then to accept, I basically have to twist it. And then it's another color. I don't know. I will have to figure it out. There's presets.
Oh, I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
One of my favorite sounds of all time, of any lightsaber ignition ever, and color. This is just, look at this. It's unbelievable. This is, again, on camera, it is absolutely stunning. It looks like in the movies. It does. Without After Effects. I don't know how it works, but it does, and I find it awesome. I am very glad I bought this. I am very satisfied. And I'm gonna buy more. Because this is worthy of having a little collection. Maybe not a big one, because I wouldn't know where to store all these blades. But the hilts, they have just about the right size, so you can have a lot of them. And like display them on a commode or something, or like a counter or something. For it just not to be like a waste of space, you know, because they are beautiful. They are beautifully made, and maybe we can see that in the close-up that I put in. The emitter is not sharp at all, which I would have expected for the price that I paid. I would have expected it like having sharp edges and like be not very nice to handle, even here or here. But this is fine. Absolutely, there's no pain at all. There's no like open skin or whatever. You can unscrew this thing, which gives you, my best guess is the soundboard and everything else in there, and the USB-C port, which you load it with. It still has battery from one-time loading. Like, I loaded it overnight, and then like this, it has been like this for 3 days, and it's beautiful. Down here is the speaker, which you can separately unscrew too. I can't do it with one hand, so I'm gonna screw that on again. It feels high quality. Like, even if you like screw this without problem, without like it getting stuck or something, which I'm grateful for, because I like craftsmanship. And I waited very long to buy one of these until I had like a guy that I can trust, so I can actually like receive the quality that I want. And to be honest, there's not much else to say. This is great, and I would absolutely recommend it for every fan, or for everybody who wants to make a great present or gift to a fan. I need to turn it on. I'm just sitting here playing video games or something, like on my days off, and I see it like in the corner of my eye. I just gotta grab it and turn it on. I'm gonna put that back on the commode, and hopefully soon I can make my dream come true to have a Qui-Gon Jinn replica. Have a good one, guys. Should be fully loaded by now. God damn, that's a beauty. This is unreal, man. This movement is absolutely insane. God damn. God damn, this is fun. This is so cool. Ooh. This is nice.